Hey everyone, it's Libby here. Finally getting around to doing my cruise haul video for you guys. So sorry, I've had a bad time I think with my fibromyalgia since coming back from the cruise. But I want to get it to you, and I also want to answer the questions that you guys have asked so far regarding the cruise. So I'll get on with things. So first of all, didn't buy a lot, so it's not going to be a big haul, but I will show you what I bought on the cruise ship first. Okay, starting with very exciting new strap for my room key. I had, just on my vlog, I was wearing a nice teal coloured one towards the start of the cruise. Then on my little Damonti started falling off. I sort of joked that I was molting, actually. You can see they're not the best quality. There's already one missing off that one, but I was shedding like anything, so Kevin, I wasn't going to worry, but Kevin decided he'd buy me a new one. You buy them in the shop on board the cruise ship, but yeah. So if you are going on a cruise, I recommend either just buy plain black ones yourself. I don't know, Kevin has a whole stack of black ones, just black strap ones. You can buy them on the cruise, but if you've got one at home from something else, they're really good. They'll punch holes in your keys straight away when you're getting on the ship. I think they even do it straight away now, because nearly everyone has these just to wear around the neck. It's much more convenient for your room key, because that is how you pay for anything, any drinks and stuff, any shopping, and to get in and out of your room. So you will want, I think, something for a strap. It's a bit of a pain if you have them in a handbag, got to get them in and out all the time, so it's not as convenient. They had quite a few bag shops, and again, I'll try and remember to link the vlog where Kevin took you around the shops to show you what there was. But I bought this bag. I've been looking for a bag for using for my dog walking. So it's a dog walking bag. I might use it for other things too, because it is a really cute little bag. But I needed a bag once I got my new phone, the bigger phone. It didn't fit in the bag that I used to use. So I usually put my phone in this back pocket here. And then if I have my camera, I can fit it in there. So, but you've also got this part here. You've got, you know, loads of little pockets and things, and little Velcro things. It's all quite safe. And then you've got another flap at the front. And I've got a dog poo pickup bag in there. So this is from Kipling, and this was $50 US on board, but I think they had a discount at the time. It might have been 20% off or something like that. I'm not quite sure now. And obviously with all the Kipling bags you get, well, most of the Kipling bags, compared to the one that doesn't, you get your little monkey. So yeah, so it's nice. I had it in black as well, but I thought I'm going to get the pink for a bit more fun than a black one. And then I eyed this in the shop, and I decided to go a few days later and get this bag. We realised we had nothing to carry all our snorkeling gear on and off the ship with. We hadn't sort of planned ahead well enough in advance or to think of taking a bag. So rather than just get plastic bags, I decided this would be a useful bag. Yeah, it's a bag. So this will become a travel accessory. It will go. So I'm just trying to show you as you fold it out. You get a really nice sized tote bag. And I've got quite a few tote bags this size, and initially I thought, oh, I'm not going to buy it because I've already got plenty of tote bags this size. So then I realised because it folded up, it would be really good to put in for travel. So I just thought I'd get it after all. It's just plain, and it just has one little inside zipper pocket, and yeah, it fits quite a lot in it. So I'm actually very happy with it. I have no idea how much it costs now, but yeah, I'm happy with that purchase. I also got these earrings on board. They were quite expensive. I've only worn them once because they kept on falling out of my ears on the ship, so I didn't want to wear them anymore on board. So these beautiful little palm trees. So they're hook-on earrings. But yeah, they kept on falling out my ear. Actually, one of them did, one ear. I don't know why. So I didn't want to wear them until I could get a back to put on them, which is a bit weird for a hook-on earring. And they were like $70 or something. Again, they were discounted, but they weren't cheap earrings. I didn't expect that from a dear earring. And when I got home, I should have taken them back, I guess, once I realised the hook. Look, I've already lost the inside piece from that earring. And like, I've worn them a few hours. So disappointing. I love them, but I'm disappointed in the quality of them, I guess. So I also got this necklace on board. It wasn't very dear, but I really like it. And it's just, I can't think what the stone is, but it's like the stone that you get everywhere in New Zealand. I've got some earrings from another trip to New Zealand in that same stone. I can't remember what it was. So, yes, I really like that. And I said it wasn't very dear. So that was all I got on the ship, and then I bought 3 things off the ship. As I said, didn't do much shopping. You might recall, if you watched the vlogs, we bought into a chocolate shop in Devonport, and I bought a block of chocolate. Well, actually my dad bought the block of chocolate for me. Obviously we've eaten it now. It's Belgian chocolate, which is a bit weird to get in New Zealand, but I never realised that before. But they obviously put it into a block or something and packaged it. Anyway, it was very nice. But I preferred, Athena had bought some dark chocolate dinosaurs, and they were actually nicer than the milk chocolate. I think maybe my tastes have changed. So the only other thing I bought for me, no, I bought 2 more things. I bought, so in the Bay of Islands on our very first day off, I bought this scarf. I think I showed it to you in the shop with these cute little sheep, and in the teal colour, I couldn't resist it. I just had to have it. It was 20 New Zealand dollars, so under $20 Australian. But I just loved it. And I know I don't need any more scarves, but I just loved it. And looking at it makes me so happy. So I'm sure I'm going to enjoy getting to wear that. So the only other thing I bought for myself was a magazine. So I haven't actually had a chance to read it yet. I'm kind of waiting to savour it, I guess. So I haven't had a chance to read it yet. So New Zealand Life and Leisure, Inspiring New Zealand. And my dad had a look through it and he was quite impressed with it. So I had a quick flick through the newsagents, but I was like, do you want it or not? We're leaving the shop, I'm paying now. So I had to, yeah, okay, I'll have it. So I don't know how much it was. I don't think it was, no, actually it was quite expensive. It was $10.90 New Zealand. So yeah, pretty pricey for a magazine. But anyway, it does look nice and I'll enjoy reading it eventually. And Kevin bought some soaps. So that was from the same shop where I got my scarf. So he doesn't have hardly ever asked me, oh, Kevin got a t-shirt too. Oh, I can show you this t-shirt because it's in this room. So yeah, so these, so you've got New Zealand kiwi fruit, Rotorua mud, and mud and mineral soap. So they look nice. I know he's excited to use them. I said, you can't use them until I share them in the haul. Since I don't have much to show you anyway, I wanted to show you that. But they are nice. I kind of wish I'd got my own, but I've got plenty of Lush soaps, so I didn't buy any. I'll also show you Kevin's t-shirt. He hasn't been able to wear it yet because we've got to take up the length because it's really long. Again, you'll have seen this in the shop when we looked at buying it. Tell me what it says. Risk is awesome, today is extreme. Kevin often jokingly says he's awesome, so he had to get that shirt, but it's like, he tried to wear it one day and it's like, yeah, it was down way past his bum. You could have worn it as a dress. So that is on my little haul. I'm now going to answer some questions. So I've got my laptop in front of me, so I just have to look down and read the questions. So Ada says, with all the choices on the different restaurants on board, are all of them included in your cruise or do you have to pay extra? For example, if you wanted a coffee and a cake, do you need to pay? Well, it just depends. The way Royal Caribbean is anyway, different cruise lines are a little bit different, so I can only sort of speak for them. It's what I'm most familiar with. You have Windjammers, which is a buffet, that is free, and the dining room we went to for all the meals. You can go to the dining room, they are included as well, and Cafe Promenade, where you would have seen, I think I showed you some of the sandwiches and cakes and stuff there. So they are all included. You can get them, you can get sort of instant type coffee that my dad said is pretty horrible. So not a good quality coffee, but you can get instant coffee at most of those places as well, all included. And same with your tea and things like that. Starbucks is extra. You have to pay for the coffee from there, which is what Kevin would go and get usually most mornings. He said it was quite reasonable Starbucks coffee. Yeah, so you have to pay for your drinks from Starbucks. And there are I think there were 3 or 4 specialty restaurants, what they call specialty restaurants on board, and you do pay extra for them. It's not like a full price like you'd pay. I think the sushi place where we went, you paid for what you bought, and most things were like $3 to $6 kind of price range. It's not like a normal full price. It's just like a bit extra than free. If I hope you understand what I mean. And then the other restaurants, it might be $25 per person or $20 per person, and you get your 3-course meal at the other specialty restaurants. We've been to one of them on one other cruise, but it was a special themed murder mystery night that we went to. So you have to pay for those as well. When we first started cruising, it was all free everywhere. You just only paid for your extra drinks besides water and lemonade, cordial kind of lemonade. How the food pricing works. So I think I've covered that as well. Hopefully, if you've got any further questions, just ask and I'll try and explain it better. But yeah, that's basically how it goes. Get that promo. asked, what was my overall impression of Explorer of the Seas? Do I think it was better than Voyager, as they're both in the same class of ship? Basically, they're identical ships. We really couldn't honestly tell you any difference between the two. To me, they were the same, just different decor. I don't know which is better. Pretty much the same. Joy also asked about the food, being inclusive, and what was my favourite thing to eat. It's a hard question. I love the potatoes on the ship, so like getting potatoes for breakfast is always a treat. Though they didn't have the ones I usually really like. The one time they had the normal, what I call breakfast potatoes, they weren't even that good, but yeah, I love potatoes. And the fact we really enjoy going to Izumi's, which is the sushi restaurant. Really enjoyed our few meals there. Okay, someone asked, a few people actually asked, I don't know if it's been answered in another video, but who takes care of Charlie and the hen while we're gone? The same lady who looks after the dogs, Jenny, who stays at my mum and dad's right next door. I'm actually facing their house right now. She'll come over and just check on the hen, and Charlie actually went over to my mum's place, so he was looked after over there. Tanya asked about the girls' stateroom. Do they need to have an adult accompany them in the stateroom, as I'm presuming they are under the age of 18, which they are. What you need to do when you book in, you need to book an adult into each room. I can't remember, it might be 18 or it could be 21 they have to be before they can be in a cabin without an adult, unless they are adjoining or directly opposite cabin doors. Then it's okay for the kids to be booked into their own room. But we've never had that situation where they've been that close, so we just book Athena and I usually into one cabin and Kevin and Chrissy into another room. When we get on board, we just go and ask for extra room keys, so we've all got keys for both the rooms, no problem. The room attendants never care. I guess if the kids were trashing the room and running amok, then they might maybe mention it or complain or something like that, but we've never had any problem. Even when we did the same thing 3 years ago, the first time we did that, the girls were around the corner from our room at that stage, and I think we had the same room attendant, and she was lovely. No worries. Like, as long as the kids are behaving, they're not going to care. But yeah, technically, you book an adult into each cabin. Okay, Laura wanted to know my suite number. I think that's in the very first video going aboard. I think I filmed the cabin as we walked into it, the cabin number. We're on deck 10, junior suite, right at the back. There's just 2 of them. Okay, Sue says that they're interested in doing a Florida and Caribbean cruise combo. In my opinion, it's the best to book flights, cruise accommodation, and transfer separately. That's what we do. I do it. If you want to get the best value, best savings, best to do it yourself. We're actually just decided going ahead with another trip to Disney World and a Caribbean cruise, and yeah, we'll be booking it all ourselves. We've actually already booked the cruise, though I need to change the actual cruise we're doing. But yeah, I will do all my own flights and everything, extra accommodation on myself to save as much money as we can. And Patricia also asked about the dogs. Yeah, they stay next door at my mum and dad's, and Lady Jenny comes and stays, or her husband Paul will be at the dogs. So that's here. And I already mentioned Charlie. It's nice that so many of you care about my puppies. Kat and Kurt asked, is the dining room you have to pay extra to eat there? No, meals are included, but having said that, they do have like extra things, like if you want to have lobster or some sort of special steak, you can pay extra and get the sort of specialty foods, which that never used to be the case. This is why I might have mentioned in something that they're getting a little bit more money hungry, would be the word, I guess, on Royal, so it's a bit of a shame. It sort of tends to be getting all about the money. I'm still happy with the cruise line overall, but we are seriously giving consideration to trying Princess Cruise Lines again. We have cruised with them about 10 years ago, and whether it's the same on that, I don't know. But yeah, we've certainly noticed that on Royal over the last 15 years we've been cruising with them. Yeah, 15 years we've been cruising with Royal, so all that sort of things have changed. And obviously you can get, water is included, but anything else you pay for drinks, or if it's not in your drink package. So drink packages are something I'm not sure someone's going to ask about, but there are a range of drink packages starting with like soft drink, which is what Kevin and Christy got. And you can go up to any bar and get a soft drink, or dining table you get a soft drink. And then we've also got drink machines, and you get a special cup, which I should have brought and showed you. You might have seen us carrying them around, or seen the others carrying them around, and you can get refills of soft drink whenever you want. And they're about $10, $11 per day. So, and you do have to pay for the whole cruise. So it's a 10-day cruise, you pay for 10 days. So Kevin feels he didn't get good value from his, Christy did, and Athena had the next level up, which included all the frozen mocktails and things like that. So, and they would occasionally get me a drink on them. I wasn't abusing it by any means, and obviously Kevin didn't get his money worth from them, so I don't feel ripping anyone off by doing that, because I only had a few drinks. And a few times I just paid for a drink as well. Okay, Lucy asks, did I end up eating any of the snacks I took on board, besides the tea, of course? Yes, I had most. I did have to bring back a bit with me. The bars and stuff I didn't eat so much of. Though I was glad I had them, especially, I didn't really eat any on the cruise, I don't think, but I had them on the days we were on shore. And I was glad that I did have a few of them, but I probably didn't need as many. But I thought other people might have eaten them, so it was just in case. But like all my chia, those chia veggie chips, I ate all them. All those sort of things. That's probably why I should have taken more off. So next time I'd probably take more of them. Well, yeah, and less bars and things like that. But yeah, I did eat a fair bit of what I had. Did Christy end up using the teen area? She went a few times. Like on the last cruise, being a Christmas cruise, there's a lot of kids on board. And they're used to cruising with like 100, 120 kids on board rather than hundreds. The last cruise we went Christmas last year, 1,500 kids. I don't know what the number was this time. I would say probably under 1,000 because it wasn't anywhere near quite the number. But they're not used to going to the clubs and then being full of kids, and a lot have already got groups, cousins and friends that they're travelling with, so they find it a bit hard to make friends in the group. So she didn't really go very much. What onboard activities did you take part in besides trivia, theatre performances and the ice skating show, and whether any I wish we'd taken advantage of? I'm trying to think what else we did. We didn't really do much. We found we'd love to do more trivia, but you have to get there super early usually to get a trivia table. I get a table because it's not usually, when we went it was in a big venue, it's usually in a small schooner bar, which is what we did at the last cruise if you watched our last one. But we had to be there like 40 minutes beforehand, so it's a big chunk of the morning just to do trivia, so we kind of didn't do it this time around. I certainly would if it was easier to get a table. And then because we're in the late dining, a lot of things were around that time as well, so we missed things for that. So there's things we would have preferred to do. But we've also found again, as the years have gone by on the cruise, Royal don't offer as many things that we used to attend. They used to do like ice carving demonstrations and just different things, and more showing you how, we've been to a few where they show you how to make things, food stuff and that. Now they're all pay ones that you've got to do, which is kind of different because you're actually hands-on doing the food, so that's fine, I don't object to that. Kevin and Athena really enjoyed the sushi making that they went to, but they used to be more demonstration type of things and we'd go along and watch them, whereas there's not so many anymore. So no, we're quite happy with what we did. We don't feel like we missed anything in particular that we wanted to do. Again, the movie times, we were never at a good time. We had planned to see a movie at some stage, either in the outdoor pool or in the main theatre, but it was either the wrong time for us, or it was a movie we didn't want to see or we'd recently seen, so that never worked for us. I was trying to understand this question. A bit confused at why things were a bit funny when we got home with the bin and the pool. The pool, I think we don't know what happened there. And the bin, Kevin just hadn't taken it out. He just put the plastic bag on the door, on the hook. But our house had been locked up, so our friends couldn't actually come into our house. There was no need for them to, so we locked the house so it was secure. They could access the chicken area, and they obviously could access the pool, but they would have had no need to do that. Did the girls enjoy themselves? They did. They did enjoy themselves. Athena probably maybe not quite as much, especially on the days where she was suffering with depression. But overall, yes, we did enjoy the cruise, and we're looking forward to our next one. Lucy also hopes we get to do the Disney cruise. We have done Disney cruise, and kind of, I'm looking at it again for the next one, but it's quite a bit more significantly priced. Carol asks, did we buy any of the drink packages? Well, I've actually already addressed the drink packages. Are they worth it? It really depends how much you drink. You have to weigh it up. I decided not to get one this time. I normally would get my value worth from a drink package, but I didn't want to be encouraged to drink lots of soft drink and the cocktails, and I knew if I had a package I would drink a lot more than without one. So I didn't get one. I just bought a few soft drinks, we had 2 frozen cocktails over the whole time, maybe 3, and then I just would get an odd one off there maybe 2 or 3 drinks off their cards. Yeah, you have to weigh it up. The alcohol package, last time my dad had got one, but they changed the structure a lot this time around, and he decided not to get one because he would have had to drink quite a bit of alcohol to meet the daily requirement. And that's my gripe with the drink package, that it does kind of encourage excessive drinking. So, but yeah, you have to weigh it up. You can get online, you can find the prices of a lot of the drinks and things like that. So if you know you want to have a certain number of drinks, or you're likely to have a certain number of a certain type of drink, you can have a look at it and try and add it up and work it out for yourself. As my son is peg fed overnight, we'll have to purchase water package. Do the 1 litre bottles fit inside the fridge? 1 litre bottles. I'm trying to think. There is a shelf inside the fridge, but you could probably possibly remove the fridge, or you could lie the bottles down, I would think. The bottles that come with the, surely they stand up. I really can't remember now. I think the ones that they came in the water package, there's like a squat sort of bottle, and they were Evian water. They did stand up, I'm pretty sure, from memory. Any tours that you recommend? The Rotorua and Hobbiton tour, highly recommend that. I will link who we booked through below. Yeah, that was a great tour, really. That was by far the best. And they are doing Isle of Pines, Mystery Island, Noumea, and the Kato, Fiji. That's where we went to Fiji last year. Noumea, you definitely want to do a tour, I believe, unless you want to take a taxi to the other side of the island where the boat comes into. It's a bit of a dingy port part of town, and there's not really anything there. I hear so many people say they don't like Noumea, and I don't understand why. The only thing I can think of is they come into that area and that's all they see of Noumea. You really want to go to the other side, and it's probably only a 15-minute drive across. I don't think it's much more than that. And you've got the beautiful beaches and where the palm trees are and where we had our morning tea and stuff like that. So the choo-choo train ride we did last year was really good to get a view of the island. But it just depends on what times you're in and how long you've got to do things. But again, even with the train, we booked through the cruise ship, but I believe you'd be much better off to get off the cruise, take the bus to into the town, which is again a 5-minute bus trip, and then you can do the train from there. And I'm pretty sure you can do it a lot cheaper than through the cruise line. I highly recommend, like, get reputable tours, but if you can do them not through the cruise line, you save an awful lot of money, and you generally get a better tour and a longer tour, which we like to do, especially in ports, rather than back on the boat by lunchtime kind of thing. Okay, I believe that's all the questions I have. I hope I answered them adequately. I tried to. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to clearly explain things. Cruise Critic is a great resource for cruise reviews and forums for finding out questions about where you're going and things like that. So I highly recommend that site. I've been using that for, I think, since our very first cruise. I'll link it below so you can have a look at that. I'm certainly using that planning for the next cruise already. If you've got any more questions, or if I have missed answering your question, please just ask below. If I've got enough questions, I'll film another video, or I'll just answer below in the comments section. So hope you enjoyed. I hope I answered your questions, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.